身体健康，家庭安好，孩子们茁壮成长，阖家幸福。
NTD reported that in recent days, the wave of homebuyers refusing to pay mortgages in China is constantly increasing. Property developers' drag on construction projects is causing homebuyers to protest. On July 14th, thousands of homebuyers who have not yet received homes from property developers gathered at the Banking and Insurance Administration of Shanxi province to protest. They said that banks made illegal loans because they mortgaged apartments in buildings that the property developer did not complete. No state media in China has reported on the protest as yet. However, social media platforms in China are reporting on this protest. On June 6th, some homebuyers of the Evergrande Lomting housing project in Jiangxi province took the lead in issuing a statement that because the property developer did not hand over the apartments on time, they would stop paying dues to the bank. Since then, many homebuyers in other places across China have followed suit. By July 14th, 235 homebuyers had announced they had stopped paying dues to the bank. Helpless in front of developers, many homebuyers have decided to take risks. Move to live in apartments still under construction. In March this year, nearly 300 homebuyers decided to move into unfinished buildings in Xi'an City. Following that, 100 homebuyers also moved into apartments in an unfinished building that is 5 years behind in the handover to them.
高龄97岁的马来西亚前总理马哈迪15日特地来到日本拜访安倍位于东京涩谷的家，慰问夫人安倍昭惠，并悼念他在政坛上的多年好友安倍。
Well, Malaysia and Japan are very close friends, but Abe is a special friend. He is very much interested in helping to develop Malaysia. I have had many discussions with him.
日本首相岸田文雄宣布，将在今年秋天替已故前首相安倍举行国葬，是战后继前首相吉田茂后的第二位，并希望借此延续安倍过去所建立的外交关系。
国葬儀を執り行うことで、安倍元総理を追悼するとともに、合わせて活力にあふれた日本を受け継ぎ、未来を切り開いていくという気持ちを世界に示していきたいと考えています。
外界也关注台湾副总统赖清德以私人名义到访日本参与安倍的丧礼后，日本政府是否会允许台湾派代表团出席今年秋天的国葬？对此，日本外務大臣林芳正回应，正在討論當中。
安倍元総理はその生前日本と台湾の友情を大切にされていたお一人であると思いますが、国葬にその台湾の関係者の席は用意されるかということについて教えてください。
また、国葬儀についてはですね、先ほど申し上げた通りでございまして、この海外からの参列を含めてですね、政府として今後適切に検討してまいります。
综合日媒报道，安倍的国葬将在9月于东京千代田区的武道馆。与安倍友好的美国前总统川普已经表态可能出席，届时必定将会有众多国际贵宾云集。新航亚太电视池千里、唐杰安整理报道。
Of the Russian Federation continues a special military operation in Ukraine. The enemy suffers significant hit temporary deployment points of units of the 35th Marine Brigade, 54th Mechanized Brigade, 81st Air Mobile Brigade, and 109th Territorial Defense Brigade. As a result of strikes, the total losses of these formations amounted up to 1,000 personnel and more than 100 pieces of military equipment. As part of counter-battery fighting, one battery of multiple rocket launchers near Slavyansk, one platoon of multiple launch rocket systems near Nikolaevka and Donetsk People's Republic, and one artillery platoon of US-made M777 Hainan manpower and military equipment concentration. Russian Aerospace Forces fighters have shot down 2 aircraft of Ukrainian Air Force in the air, namely one Su-24 near Slavyansk and one MiG-29 near Troitskaya, Donetsk.
Extreme weather is hitting China again. ET reported that as of July 14th, temperatures in different parts throughout the country are maintaining high levels for more than 30 days, affecting the lives of about 900 million people. The highest temperature measured at many hydrometeorological stations exceeded 44 degrees Celsius, 111.2 degrees Fahrenheit, surpassing historic heat levels. Since July 7th, temperatures in many southern provinces have increased. Localities such as Jiangsu, Zhejiang, Shanghai, Sichuan, and Chongqing have recorded temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature at Xujiahui Meteorological Station, Shanghai, reached 40.9 degrees Celsius, 105.6 degrees Fahrenheit, on July 13th, marking the highest temperature recorded since 1873. On July 2nd, Jiangsu issued this year's first high-temperature red alert. High temperatures continue to prevail in most parts of the province. At 4 p.m. that day, 284 towns exceeded 40 degrees Celsius, and Jinjiang Street, Suzhou, reached a temperature of 43 degrees Celsius, 109.4 degrees Fahrenheit. From June 26th to July 12th, the heatwave in central and northern Zhejiang broke records, and the Yuyao area reached 41.6 degrees Celsius, 106.8 degrees Fahrenheit. On July 12th, the temperature in Hangzhou, Zhejiang Province, exceeded 40 degrees Celsius. Zhejiang Province issued 54 high-temperature red alerts on the same day, breaking a historical record. A Beijing resident named Li told ET she suspected that Chinese state media had not correctly reported daily temperatures. She said that the temperature this year had been scorching since May. She claims the temperature could have reached more than 40 degrees Celsius, but was only reported as 35 degrees Celsius. Li said that one reason the reported temperature is lower than the real one could be that the government does not want to pay a subsidy to people. The high temperature in Chongqing reached 40 degrees Celsius on July 10th. As of July 14th, the temperature in the city has exceeded this temperature for 5 consecutive days. On July 11th, a tourist discovered that the tile roof of a memorial site in Chongqing had melted after enduring high temperatures for several days. ET cited data from the China Weather Network as saying that, according to incomplete statistics, since July, many people in Zhejiang, Sichuan, Jiangsu, and other places have been diagnosed with strokes due to the heat wave. Some have died as a consequence.
Chinese Foreign Minister Wangyi says China firmly supports Middle East countries in resolving their regional security issues through unity and strength. He made the comments on Friday during a video call with his Syrian counterpart Faisal Mekdad. Wang said the West should stop meddling in Middle East affairs and trying to transform the region by Western standards. He also addressed the crucial issue of Palestine, saying that the establishment of an independent Palestinian state within the framework of the two-state solution should not be forgotten by the international community. And for his part, Syrian Foreign Minister Mekdad said Syria firmly supports China in upholding its sovereignty and territorial integrity and stood by it in exposing external interference in its internal affairs. He said that any allegations spread by the West.
Because of that sanction, there is such a thing as a global crisis and a rise of prices of energy in the world. So that impacts countries in the developing world. Even in my own country, there's such a thing as an impending energy crisis. There's such a thing as an impending food security crisis. One reason of that is precisely because of the Ukraine crisis. That is not actually, it's actually a problem caused by the United States rather than by Russia. So it's a geopolitics thing. And NATO is led by the United States. So if really they're committed for peace, then they should stop supplying arms to Ukraine. That's actually the crux of the matter. But the problem is, The world is already suffering because of the Ukraine crisis. Still, the United States are supplying arms, billions and millions of dollars of worth of arms. So how can you resolve that? How will it stop? That's the problem. To solve inflation in their country, in the United States, they are trying to increase the interest rate. But the problem with that is it affects the developing countries, especially import-driven or import-dependent countries like the Philippines. They are the one who caused the Ukraine crisis, principally speaking, and then inflation is higher in there. They tried to resolve it at the expense of what? At the expense of the developing world or the rest of the world.